The Masquerade of Obodo Oma. The village of Obodo Oma was humming with a special kind of magic. It was the day of the great masquerade festival, and the air was thick with the scent of roasted yams and the joyful sound of drums. Banners of every color imaginable fluttered from the rooftops, and the whole village seemed to hold its breath in anticipation. Chinedu, a small boy with a quiet heart, watched the preparations from the shade of a large mango tree. He felt a little overwhelmed by all the noise and excitement. He wished he could be as bold and bright as the festival itself, but he was just Chinedu. Then, the first masquerade appeared. It was Ijele, the king of all masquerades, so tall and grand that its headdress seemed to touch the sky. It danced with a slow, powerful grace, and the crowd gasped in awe at its magnificent presence. Chinedu watched Ijele, feeling even smaller than before. He felt like a tiny pebble on the ground compared to the great mountain of a masquerade. He wished he could be so grand and so full of confidence. Next came Igungun, a masquerade of pure energy. It spun and leaped, a blur of motion and sound. Its costume of many strips of fabric flew out like a whirlwind, and the children cheered and tried to keep up with its fast, joyful dance. Chinedu saw Igungun's energy and felt a pang of envy. He was not fast or loud. He was quiet and liked to sit and watch. He felt he had nothing to add to the whirlwind of the festival. A kind voice spoke from beside him. "Every masquerade has its own spirit, Chinedu," said Papa, his grandfather. "Some are grand and some are fast, but all are beautiful." Papa sat down on a low stool next to him. Papa pointed to a masquerade standing calmly in the distance. It was Manwu, the Wise One. Its mask was carved from dark wood and adorned with cowrie shells. It didn't dance or leap, but simply observed, a quiet and ancient presence. "You are like Manwu," Papa said, looking at Chinedu with a warm smile. "Your spirit is quiet and thoughtful. That is your strength, and that is what makes you special. You don't need to be like anyone else." Chinedu looked at his grandfather, then at the Manwu masquerade, and a feeling of peace settled over him. He didn't need to be grand or fast. He could be himself, and that was enough. With a new lightness in his step, Chinedu joined in the singing. He didn't have the loudest voice, but his quiet, happy hum added to the chorus of the village. The wise Manwu seemed to nod in his direction. The festival was a celebration of everyone and everything that made Obodo Oma beautiful. The grand, the fast, the quiet, and the wise. And in the heart of it all, Chinedu knew he had found his place, adding his own quiet magic to the joyful hum of the village.